Hello.
Hello, you big cunt, you.
Jesus Christ, I thought you were never going to answer today. How are you?
I just put my dog out the back.
Your dog. Oh, which one?
No, that's the animal, not the partner.
Okay. So are you ready to get started, bitch?
Indeed, Terry cunt.
Okay. As you might know, always I ask the first question, how did you get started in drag and how hard was it for you?
Well, how I got started in drag was actually I went out one night to Union Street and I was just watching them performing. I had been there a few times and just really, really enjoyed it. Um, just watching them and thinking how fabulous they are and all. I thought, do you know what? I'm going to throw a fucking skirt on. I'm going to try it myself.
Uh-huh.
So I
Uh,
did. But like everybody, it takes a it's the climb. It's getting there. Do you know what I mean?
it
Nearly
does.
2 years. I'm still trying to get there. Some people have done it quicker, but I suppose that's just part of the game, isn't it?
Everybody
Obviously,
does
shite
it
down
slower.
that.
That's it. And how did you come up with your name then?
I just sat. I was actually at the time I was working in a wee chip Ballahackamore, and me and a girl I worked with were just aging about coming up with names, and then I just came out with I always liked the name Alexis, and I was trying to think of something to go with, and then I thought Alexis Cox, like what queer doesn't like their cocks? So I
um,
just, you know what? That's it. I liked it. I thought I'm sticking with that.
every drag queen has a different style and a different character. What would you say your style, or have you got a certain way you like to dress?
I don't know. I think when I go out shopping, I just sort of it's whatever catches my eye. I like something. Sometimes I like something that looks a wee bit classy, but no, obviously I'm not a classy chick, so you have to sort of make it a bit slutty looking too. And well, obviously I like a slutty look.
Well,
But I wouldn't say I have a look because, as I say, you know what I mean. 2 years, I'm only starting to try and get out there a bit more. So I leave myself open to try all different looks. So I wouldn't turn myself into having a look, but at the minute I'm just a slapper look.
suits you down to a T, honey.
Well, this is it, though. This is it.
For anybody listening, have you had like a scariest moment in drag that you remember and sort of regret, or is there anything you can tell us about?
Scary moment in drag. Probably like anybody, it was the very first time you walked on the stage. But to be fair, now I would say Opportunity Frocks last year would have been the worst for me. I think because
Really?
every time I've been on the stage, obviously you always well, every time I do anyway, I always have nerves. You always have that bit of nerve, but like that was completely nerve wracking.
But yet
I
you've
think the
applied
crowd
again.
was. Hmm?
You've applied again.
Well, I know now what to expect, so I'm just going to go out this year and fire it all out there and try your best. You know, you have to do what you have to do.
That's
Um,
it. And
but no, it was nerve wracking last year. I just completely went on that stage and sort of winged it because I was just going blank. I didn't even have a clue what I was supposed to be doing. But sure, here I had a ball anyway.
that's it. Many people don't realize, you're preparing for months for frocks, and really, you only get about 10 minutes the whole night on the stage. So it's a lot of nerves over nothing.
Well, this is it. I was even standing, as you seen yourself, out the back, listening to my song before I went on, and still when I went on, I just went fucking blank. But I think it was the lack of alcohol.
The lack of alcohol, that's what it was.
The lack of alcohol. I needed a few more whiskeys.
So do you see yourself doing any more contests, or if anything was to come up, would you think maybe enter?
Absolutely, absolutely. I had considered entering for that ringmasters, to be honest, but I wasn't sure what it was because, as you know yourself, I don't really know much about all these things. They're all new to me. Every like a month, I'm hearing something. I'm like, "What's this? What's this?" But you think after a couple of years you would know. So I wouldn't rule myself out, but I wouldn't. I would say if I was at it another couple of years, I wouldn't do any more after that. But you never know. You never say no.
That's it. That's it. And like the likes of Fifi, who's been doing drag X amount of years, she just got herself back into the contest, sort of, or the competitions,
Yeah,
and
seen that. Fair fox tell her, why not?
she says it was the best thing she's done. So there's time. It doesn't matter how well established you are. There's always time for like a contest.
Well, this is it, and she done well too. Fair play to her. But as I say, well, this is it. But I can't leave it too long. Do you know what I mean? I'm getting old.
How old are you? 38 or something?
Talk about half you cunt, you only 32.
So,
No, do my legs.
drags become very, very popular in Belfast and even Dublin. And if anybody was to start drag, how would you advise them, or what advice would you give them?
um, I would just sort of tell them to go out there, be themselves, try not to copy or follow any other queen. Just go out and just try and be themselves. Enjoy it, because I think we all say this. You need to enjoy it more than you stress about it. But that's easier said than done, as you know yourself. But I would just say go for it. But I would advise them to go up here.
Yeah, yeah.
So because I think you learn more up here, though. In saying that, I think down there it's easier to get out there.
That's it. And you have to get the confidence in yourself before. I see a lot of people doing drag that, aren't necessarily walking on heels properly yet. They're not, haven't got their look about them ready yet. You just need to be a confident person, because if you're not confident, it'll show to other people.
Well, this is it. Sure, look at the first two times I went out. I looked like a dog's dinner.
We all start that way, Holly. Don't be worrying. So
Sometimes I still can't walk on my heels.
who would you say and this is like anybody going, who would you say has inspired you in like your drag or your looks or the way you carry yourself?
Um, well, who inspired me, to be honest? I didn't really see before I just moved to Belfast. I wasn't into any of the drag scene at all. It's RuPaul or nothing like that.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't even like it now. I hate the show. It's so fake.
Yay. I'm the same.
I came up here and I had watched Tina Leg's name. It was between Union Street and it was 9 a.m. PM one night, and it was Teddy Von Tramp at the time, and I can't remember who the other one was, but she was stunning anyway. And just sort of them, I just thought, you know what, I want to do it. I believe in supporting your own before supporting everybody else. No point in supporting some cunt over in America. She ain't going to do nothing for me. You know, it's their scene over there is completely different than our scene over here.
Yeah, that's true.
So just go
Um
with it and look, as I say, just who inspires me, just my exes. I like to dress like a slut, and so do they. So
so if Alexis was to be brilliant at one particular thing, what would you want it to be if you're not already?
um, I don't know what you could be brilliant at. To
Like
be
your
honest,
dancing, your lip syncing, your
for them
makeup.
all areas. No, I would like to be more. I would like to get more of a chance to get not up there performing and more more on the mic. Do you know what I mean? I need more confidence in speaking with people, because I know once I get past that, I know I have a gob on me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think I'd be great at entertaining that way. It's just getting there.
I find generally when you're actually doing any mic work, you just have to be you as a guy, not you as a guy, but try to fam up a wee bit. Don't try and be this character like some posh bird or something that you actually aren't. I just find be yourself, but put a gayer voice on.
Well, you see, this is it. When I was DHD, when I was going down to do the DHD at the very start, they were telling me to practice my walk and practice how to talk and all. And I thought, I'm a fucking culture. I'm always going to talk like this.
Yeah,
I said, people still say that to me. You need to slow down your talking and all. And I'm thinking, but then I'm not being me.
yeah, yeah. That's
And
true.
people can understand me when I'm standing at the bar mixing with them. They're going to understand me on a stage. Do you know what I mean?
Look, Alexis, people have been telling me to tame stuff down for years, and Tanya, don't be
Mm.
such a cunt. But if I don't be such a cunt, then I'm not being me. So
That's it. And if you weren't a country, nobody'd like you.
be who you are, and don't try and pretend. I've tried to pretend being a lovely, lovely queen, and it just does not work.
No, I couldn't. I couldn't imagine that with you. That wouldn't last a long time. Yeah.
Inviting people
You
around for dinner and
got you
stuff.
smile, and then you're like fucking cunt.
So, well, you're bound to know a whole lot of queens now on both scenes. Who would you say you'd be closest to? Who do you get on best with?
I would be in Belfast. Scene, the closest I would get on with would be Candy. Obviously, me and
Ah,
Candy's got
okay.
very past way. Like, um, just a lot of things and personal things. I see a lot of a lot of me when I was younger in Candy. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Only not obviously in the scene and the drag queen. Just personally herself. Me and her get on like house and fire. Um, down now when you would go to down south, Mona Lot. I'm sure you know Mona Lot,
Yeah.
Damien.
Yeah.
Quite friendly with Mona Lot. And I would have a lot of respect for Roxy Tumbled
Oh,
because
yeah.
was trying to learn things and ask questions. It seemed to be Roxy was the person that was telling me them things or giving me hints or giving me criticism, whether it was good or it was bad. To me, it was all constructive, and I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because it's hard when you're coming out. It's hard to learn these things, and you feel awkward asking them, and then you get ignored, and then you don't know what to do. Do you know what I mean?
Sure. Sure.
So,
And what would you say? Like I know I've got a worse thing, but what would you say the worst thing about drag is? Being Samuel.
I don't know.
Do you get a lot of stick for, oh my god, you're Samuel, but you do drag? And do you think people, look at you in a different way because they know you do it, or?
A lot of people down where I come from way down the country in Macarfell. A lot of people down there don't understand it. They don't actually understand what me being a drag queen is. They all seem to think that I want to live a life as a woman, and I'm like going to have a sex change and things like
Yeah.
this. So I'm explaining it to them, but I wouldn't say it annoys me. I don't know what. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe shaving your
Makeup,
pits.
makeup. I hate fucking makeup. That's what I hate. I hate fucking makeup.
um, so I was
Good
going
if you just wear a mask.
oh, well, there, yeah. Um, right, I'm going to put you on the spot now. This is the fun part. I'm going to mention drag queen names, and you just have to answer one word about them. Okay. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Kitty Cat,
Slut.
Sabrina Bewitched,
Performer.
Candy Carousel,
Mental.
Azura Pendergast.
Don't really know her that well.
Okay, on the next one. Glitzy Glamour,
Glamorous.
Tina Lakes Tantrum,
The mama.
Fifi,
Not sure.
and Trudy Scrumptious,
Egypt.
Egypt.
Oh, she's in Egypt. I like her crack. I like her banter. She always means that.
Okay, and a fab on the finish. Annie Rose Divine.
Oh, we Annie. um, very caring, but I don't know. You're a cunt.
So moving on. Do you think in our community or our gay scene it's hard to get gigs as a performer? Or do you think that sort of stops people wanting to go out in drag just in general?
No, I think it's hard. I think you kind of have to prove yourself. I think they want you to kind of prove yourself that you can do it. But I sort of look at it. I sort of see where they're coming from on one side, but then on the other side, I'm kind of thinking to myself, well, do you know what? If we're not going to get that chance on the stage, how can we prove ourselves?
Yeah. Just
You know what I
glam
mean?
up,
But I think
get out.
it's more to what you put in. Like now, I'm at the point where I'm starting to do wee things myself, starting to do private parties and stuff because it's given me the chance to get out there and do more, and I'm doing it for myself. Do you know what I mean?
That's it, honey. Well, Alexis, I want to wrap things up because I think the postman's up my door. I'm going to have to get dressed.
That's not the postman, Pat. That's your grinder, mate.
Thank you very much for joining me.
No bother at all. Thanks for taking the time out and giving me the call.
I'll give you a wee chat soon, honey. Thank you very much.
No bother at all.
Bye.
Love. See you in Pride.
Bye. Bye.